private, huh?
I told myself I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it. But I told
Damn, white boy, Kendrick done bust you in the head before y'all even finish the publisher splits.
But you'll get another one day, you know.
Ross, a quick Google search says that your net worth is 100.
Yo, real talk. 2026 is not giving Rick Ross one quiet month. Feels like every few weeks it's something new, and half the time it's got nothing to do with the actual music. This latest round kicked off before Drake's ICEMAN even hit streaming, when Ross went on record and made it pretty clear he didn't think that album was going to move the needle the way people expected.
Yes, as a fan of music, there's another artist that I'm a big fan also, just like yourself. And you've been having a little bit of back and forth with him, and you know, in his last album.
I don't do back and forth.
There's no back and forth.
No.
It's just one. Any thoughts?
It's one frame on the track.
Okay, is that track and stand song? Can we expect to see one track?
Yeah, it's one train on the track. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the train don't stop for nothing.
Rick Ross is trying to jump ahead of a flop. I've never seen this before. There's lack of promotion, no proper single rollout. It's kind of a mess. Usually, you got Drake. There's no Drake on this album. He pushed the album back. Listen to this shit.
Oh, this album number 12. My album come out, I'm already paid before the album come out. That's what I say. I don't know that when them niggas sit on them podcasts doing all them little deals, I don't know what little niggas y'all talking to. I've sold records, nigga, for the last 20 years.
There's a world where whoever's paying you this money before the album comes out, if you don't satisfy even 10% of expected sales, why would they do business with you ever again? Last I checked, it was Gamma. Larry Jackson paying you up front before our album dropped?
Because then that's a 3-6.
And that clip did not sit quiet for long. Within hours, it was cut up, captioned, and running through every hip-hop page on the timeline, with people saying Ross had basically taken a shot at Drake before ICEMAN even had a release date. Once that heat started climbing, Ross switched it up, and this next part right here is him trying to soften what he said.
Damn, white boy, Kendrick done bust you in the head before y'all even finish the publisher splits.
You're not putting Drake at your level.
No, see, you might be, I could see it in your eyes, you might be confused. If Drake was what he thought, he would have been able to clear all this shit up, address it, and been moved on. I listened to some of it. My engineer was horrendous. They lost an hour of their life for this shit.
Listen to it.
Yeah.
Are they recovering?
Yeah, trauma.
Trauma. It's tough.
It is. Drake, if you listening to this, homie, listen to me. My shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't what nigga about. This culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. When I was the number one nigga in the rap game.
He tried to frame it as just talking about the hype around the album, not actually going at Drake personally. A lot of fans weren't buying it, though plenty of people online said it looked less like a clarification and more like damage control before Drake ever got the chance to respond.
You did say that you don't want him to lose. Like, you just said that.
Yeah, and when I said that, it's so many conversations that go on, you know, off camera, where I feel like people would love for me to say I hate this nigga forever. Nah, homie, it ain't that. You know what I mean? When somebody step out of line and you gotta, you know, chastise them or give them a spanking, that's what you do. But is it one of those things where there's a conspiracy? Hell no. Don't nobody fear Drake album release. Nobody.
Is there a world where things can be, you know, in a better place between you two?
And what I was saying on the radio was, you know, he speaks to French. French says a lot of positive things that he maybe should send French a pecan pie for, you know what I mean? Because nobody won't speak on his behalf to me, but French do. And that's what I made it clear, like, yo, you know, if anything was to ever come from that, it'd come through French, because it wouldn't directly come to Rose.
Ross also made it clear that it's on Drake to decide if he wants to be seen as genuine and that some things from the past just don't get erased.
I gotta take this to the streets. One question for the coach.
What up?
Are we gonna get a Drake Rick Ross album?
We had that conversation.
Okay.
And it's most definitely under serious consideration.
Yes.
Real talk.
Like one of your favorite songs with Drake?
Stay Scheming. I'm gonna say Stay Scheming.
Legendary song right? Yeah, I see it. You have to put that there.
Drake came out. He came out to us. He came out in the streets. He came to us when he put that record together. It was one of those.
He also got a little reflective about his own run in the game, calling everything he's built over the years part of his legacy at this point.
I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy. He's my favorite person to rap on any song.
Now that mindset, staying in his own lane no matter what gets said, is basically the whole reason this Drake situation exists in the first place. Rewind back to 2024 when Kendrick Lamar and Drake were in the middle of one of the loudest rap beefs hip-hop has seen in a minute. Ross didn't sit that one out. He was loud, he was public, and he was fully in Kendrick's corner, taking shots at Drake in interviews and on social media whenever he got the chance. That's really the moment this stopped being playful and turned into an actual rivalry.
Hustling, to me, the nucleus of it is the ability to network. To me, that's what hustling is. You gotta find a way to create value and maybe possibly begin with nothing.
9 figures. How'd you get there?
It's called hustling nonstop. I have 25 ventures and partnerships. Just got back from Dubai. I'm going to Canada Friday. Tonight we in the club out here in the strip club. We performing. Itself will cover all my expenses for the year. It's just that consistent nonstop balance. Glory though, morning glory. What it is, Monday morning? Yeah. What we doing today? How we turning up?
So when Rick Ross, a man who's flexed private jets and yacht life his entire career, got reportedly caught on camera waiting for a commercial flight, the internet was never letting that one go quiet. This is a guy whose custom jet is reportedly worth north of $35 million.
How much does this jet cost you?
Close to 40 euros. Then I got it, the G600 interior. I wanted the bed, got it painted.
On top of that, Ross pushed Set in Stone back a whole month. Right as online prediction markets were showing heavy odds on Drake's Iceman staying at #1 for weeks straight, fans quickly started speculating Ross was trying to sidestep going head-to-head with that rollout entirely.
Have you personally listened to every single one of the tracks in the new album?
No, I couldn't do it. I listened to some of it. It was horrendous.
By the time Iceman actually dropped, whatever hesitation Ross had shown earlier was gone. He went right back to publicly clowning the album, no filter. And that back and forth, denying the diss 1 week, then going right back at Drake the next, is exactly why so many fans feel like this thing passed the point of no return. What's wild is these two used to be tight, multiple hit records together, real chemistry, back when the collaboration made sense for both of them. Now, there's no sign of that happening again, no new records, no public peace offering, just more fuel every time either one opens their mouth. But the moment that really flipped the conversation came from inside the album itself. On the track, Whisper My Name, Drake dropped a line that had people rewinding instantly, something about flying economy if he's lying. And at first, nobody could say for certain who that bar was actually aimed at.
Just letting you know, brother, if you are Rick Ross, you ain't got the money. It's fine. We know you lost your jet. I get it. But you'll get another one day, you know.
Ross, a quick Google search says that your net worth is $150 million. Is that accurate?
They said it, duh. Slab, I'm handling some motherfucking business, homie. I hope you calling about money? What you calling about then if it ain't about no money? You know I only like to talk about money, but since I love you, what else you...
See, Ross has spent years building his whole image around money and luxury, so that line didn't really register with anybody at first. That changed fast. Once photos allegedly started circulating of him boarding a commercial flight.
Private, huh?
I told myself I would not charter a jet until I was ready to buy it. But I told myself, and I waited those 20 plus years.
Right.
And when it was time for me, it was an investment.
Rick Ross flew commercial this week.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
We ain't hired like Rick Ross in the airport neither. It's all good. Heading back to New York. Let's go.
Hiding or not, the internet had already made up its mind.
Flight. Rick Ross looks so depressed to be flying with y'all junkies.
Uncle Murder, you ain't never killed nothing. But what I want to do is give you and all your kids a free cleaner, free teeth cleaning. I know what 50 going through right now. He may not be in the mood for this, you know, Daphne Joy.
That put a wet towel over his head.
For the ones want to know where my jet at, I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. And I chose to fly commercial to Colombia to go party with Trick Daddy. When Ricky Rose take flights to 6 digits.
Once those photos hit timelines, Drake's fanbase treated it like that lyric had called this exact moment out by name.
It looks like Rick Ross is going broke, okay? And he's now in damage control trying to clean things up, but it's too late. We've already seen how the boss is.
Fans kept lining up the timing of that verse with the photos, convinced it had to be more than just coincidence.
Shocking thing about it all is that it's how it looked. You know, it's not like he was flying with his team. It's not like he was flying with security. It looks like it's just Rick Ross randomly in a goddamn third world country airport sitting down waiting for a flight, and that sticks out beyond belief. Where's your assistant? Where's your right-hand man? Where's your security? Where's the people you normally would fly on the jet with? That was kind of like shocking. Him coming back around and say, oh, his plane was getting Starlink, this and third. I don't think he needs to even say that. The reality is, whether he's telling the truth about that or not, I don't see a problem with him trying to either save some money, and the mere fact that I think he's handling it wrong, because you have people that don't have a jet laughing at him. I'm not talking about fans, I'm talking about rappers, right? And it's because he also talks his bullshit a lot too. Like,
Entertainment outlets picked the story up fast too, mostly tracing it back to Ross siding against Drake during that 2024 fallout.
EP that I'm rocking, this is green stones, green emeralds. It's just me having fun. That's all it is.
I am fuming. That's a fake watch. That's not a real watch. That watch was only produced twice, one in 37mm, one in 41mm, and I know both owners, and they're not.
Now realistically, flying commercial is a completely normal thing for a regular person to do. Nobody blinks twice. But because Ross has spent 2 decades selling this larger-than-life, top-shelf everything image, the internet treated it like a contradiction worth dragging out. That's the pattern with fan culture lately. It can take something this ordinary and stretch it into a whole chapter of a celebrity feud in a single afternoon.
This one, Miami.
Oh man, the city of dope, baby. Come get rich. All the big boy companies, Citadel, Kendrick, come get rich. This shit going down right here in y'all face. I don't know if motherfuckers see it. It just goes on. It's the crib. That's it. And we got Giannis now. And Wood, man, them seats gonna be a motherfucker, baby.
And that's really the bigger picture here. Drake's fanbase has grown right alongside his career, and at this point, it's one of the most locked-in, most reactive fanbases in the entire industry. Anytime another artist says something even slightly negative about Drake, platforms like TikTok and X can turn that into a pile-on within minutes. Stan culture just hits different than it did 10 years ago. A lot of fans treat online arguments like they're personally on the line, defending every move an artist makes like it's their own reputation at stake. And look, at the end of the day, these are entertainers whose job is making music. But somewhere along the way, some fans started treating that like a full-time defense assignment, jumping on critics and blowing up small moments into whatever the internet's arguing about that day. This isn't just a Drake thing, but because he's one of the biggest names in the genre right now, the reaction around him tends to hit harder than most. Anybody who publicly challenges him usually ends up facing a wave of memes and commentary within the hour. Rick Ross became the latest name caught in that wave, and once those commercial flight photos hit, the jokes about his whole luxury image started flying, and he clearly wasn't in the mood to just ignore them.
Knowledge that you mow your own lawn.
I think everybody in Fayetteville, they kind of know when the weather's right and they see that big tractor out there.
You are mowing, you're mowing your lawn. Like a John Deere or something like that?
One time for John Deere.
Look at it. What kind of risk cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass?
Got the one with the radio, the AC in it. I tinted the windows.
How many acres you mowing?
Man, I'm not even sure now. I believe close to 400. When I go out and mow the lawn, I had a homies with me too.
You're trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh? The AC broken in the...
So we got a bunch of other smaller tractors. So when they see the big one out, they know that's the boss.
Dude, that's the friendship I aspire to have.
No, that's a friendship.
All your homies on the weekend, like, yo, what y'all...
Yeah, let's cut the grass. No, that's some of the coolest.
So instead of letting the jokes fade out on their own, Ross went ahead and addressed it directly, posting a response video aimed straight at his critics. And that decision split people right down the middle. Some fans thought it was a fair explanation and left it there. Others felt like a guy at Ross's level shouldn't even need to defend himself over something as ordinary as a commercial flight, and that responding at all just kept the story alive longer than it needed to be. Not long after, DJ Akademiks jumped into the conversation too. And honestly, if you know anything about how these online rap debates go, that part was basically inevitable. Here's the truth about the whole situation though. It all ties back to the image Ross has spent 20 plus years building. Wealth, luxury, jets, cars, watches, that's the brand. So the second something appears to contradict it, even something as small as an airport photo, the internet is going to run with it every time. In today's world of stan culture, where every celebrity move gets picked apart, even a routine commercial flight can turn into a trending topic if it doesn't match the persona fans expect. The timing didn't help either, since all of this landed right as Ross was gearing up to release Set in Stone. And instead of just hyping the record, Ross kept bringing up how he'd already been paid before the album even dropped, insisting he was financially good no matter how the numbers came in. To some listeners, that sounded like straight confidence. To others, it sounded a lot more like a guy quietly getting ahead of a bad sales conversation before it even started. Now look, getting paid up front through an advance or a distribution deal isn't unusual in this industry at all. Plenty of artists collect their money way before a single stream happens. But the timing of when Ross kept bringing that up is exactly what raised eyebrows online, with a lot of people speculating he was trying to control the narrative before first week numbers became the actual headline. And that upcoming album really does matter for where Ross is at right now, especially after a stretch full of public controversy and constant online scrutiny from the Kendrick and Drake situation to this whole commercial flight saga. Naturally, all of that shifted attention toward first week sales and chart position. Ross has kept insisting those numbers don't concern him, but the bigger question fans keep asking is whether the project actually has the momentum to back that up. It's also worth remembering the industry itself has changed a lot. Streaming completely reshaped what a big first week even looks like, and attention spans keep getting shorter with new releases dropping every single week. Even veteran artists with loyal, real fan bases aren't guaranteed big numbers just off name recognition anymore. That's part of why labels lean so hard on merch bundles for years, packaging albums with hoodies and vinyl just to pad the totals, until Billboard eventually stepped in and tightened the rules to make the charts reflect real fan support instead of clever marketing tricks. So whether Set in Stone ends up exceeding expectations or falling short, that outcome is going to say just as much about the state of streaming right now as it does about how strong Ross's fan base actually is. At the end of the day though, this album's success comes down to the music, not the airport photos, not the watch drama, not the back and forth with Drake. But if 2026 has taught us anything about Rick Ross, it's that even when he's trying to promote something, the internet finds a way to make the story about everything except the music itself. So, what do y'all think? Is Rick Ross getting piled on unfairly here, or does he keep making it worse every time he responds? Let me know where you land down in the comments. And if this is your first time pulling up, get subscribed, drop a like, and turn on notifications, because this Ross and Drake situation is nowhere near finished. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.